There are two ways of looking at this question in front of you tonight. The one way that you've heard over here is Brussels, yes or no. Do you like Brussels? Are you happy with the way Brussels operates?
No.
But I
No.
put it to you that antipathy to the EU is not a policy. It's a spasm. The real question that you should be asking yourselves, if it's not Europe, what is it? What's it going to be? What's the alternative? And we haven't heard an awful lot about that. Some people, Boris talks about Canada, the Canada arrangements, which have got their flaws. Nigel Farage talks about Norway and Switzerland, but that does have free movement of people. Michael Gove talks about trade under World Trade Organization rules, but that has tariffs. Ian Duncan Smith says we can cut our own deal. And if we were to vote to leave the European Union, I actually think Ian Duncan Smith is the nearest to the mark. That there is a deal to be done. But the truth of the matter is, ladies and gentlemen, if there is a deal to be done, you're not going to like it. The key to this is to remember that the other 27 countries are all democracies. They've all got heads of government, they've got parliaments, and they all have to sign on through the democratic process, either through a parliamentary approval or referendums. And put yourself in the mind of the French farmer or the German businessman and ask him, how is he going to look at Britain trying to renegotiate here? Those people, those 27 countries and their democracies, are not going to let us be a sort of deregulated Hong Kong sitting off the coast of Europe, picking on those policies that we do like and rejecting those policies that we don't like. The rest of Europe is going to be pretty pissed off as we go, the sort of language that we've been hearing tonight. And they are going to set a very tough precedent in any renegotiation. They want to discourage other leaders who may be tempted to have referendums. There will have been too much water under the bridge, and the chance of an easy deal is nil, zero. There are 3 million jobs dependent on our relationship with the European Union. 45% of our exports go into Europe. But coming the other way, there is only 7% of their exports to the United Kingdom. And we are going to be in a very weak negotiating position. The French will want to restrict our agricultural products. They've done it in the past. The Germans will want a slice of our financial services. And they've all made it clear that a precondition of any deal will be free movement of people. That means the EU citizens that these guys want to ban, they are going to insist that there is free movement. And there will be no deal without free movement, because it is a big deal for the smaller countries. They may not be big car manufacturers, but they want to see people moving around the European Union. So any deal that you may have will not be better than what you've got at the moment, but it will almost certainly be worse. But there will be one big difference. We won't be setting the rules. They do that. They will be at the table and they will be deciding.
We're not setting the rules now.
That is not regaining sovereignty, that is surrendering sovereignty. We would have lost all influence, and we must be at the negotiating table as a right, because as they say, if you're not at the table, then you're on the menu. We will be more influential, we'll not be more influential outside. Which friendly nation thinks that we should leave? Which friendly nation thinks that we leave? I put the emphasis on friendly nation. Russia thinks we should leave. The three noteworthy politicians actually back leaving. Putin, Le Pen, and Donald Trump. And what are they? What have they all got in common? They are nationalist isolationists. So do not listen to the arguments that are being put forward that that is what the opposition to fascism is, what those people are calling it. That is where we will be, and we will be isolated. Ladies and gentlemen, there's no telling reason to abandon the institutions that have given us the success we've enjoyed today, as described by my two colleagues. It's said that Great Britain has lost its identity inside the European Union. But we still drive on the left, we still drink pints of bitter, we still raise our own taxes, we still decide who we're going to bomb, we decide on our education services, we decide on our health services, and we have thrived thrived outside of the Eurozone, but in the single market. We've opted out of Schengen, and we control our own borders. In short, that we share the things that suit us, and we reject those things that don't suit us. The European Union was set up to end war, to end hunger, and to fight communism. And it works. Leaving is a leap in the dark, and it is a risk that you shouldn't be taking. Thank you.